me see that.
I'm flying. That's
What?
a bucket eater. Bro, I seen Shannon Brown glass one off the backboard.
That's Shannon Brown.
That boy been eating, mama. they said from Shannon Brown to Hash Brown.
Hey, wrap it up. Hey, man. Cancel Kevin though, man. He's good for the culture. He's good for the culture. He's not bad for the culture. Some things are bad for, I think, culture. I think Kevin Samuels is necessary. In a weird way, I think he's necessary. We had a lot of our men going the wrong way.
Well, Kevin Samuels is like the stuff he be saying be accurate
as hell. It's harsh, very harsh.
But he just got like I don't really like his delivery.
Yeah,
I don't really like his delivery.
I get that a lot too, though. My delivery is too harsh. I should tone it down, and I try to take it constructively, but I could definitely see like women being like, "Oh, cancel Kevin. He's mean," but he don't be lying. He legit don't be lying. Like,
well, you know what he does? I think I've talked about. I tell this because it's so such good information to have. You know what he does for a living?
He is like a stylist. Like
he's an image
coach,
consultant.
Yeah.
So like he literally looks at people's images, and like companies hire him to come in and judge people by the way they look, who they are, to see if the company should use them as an ambassador, see if the company should hire them for whatever position, as a model, whatever, talent agency, whatever. Like companies hire him to do that. That's where he made most of his money. So like when people be like, he don't know what he's talking about, the man literally does this professionally.
So he can read a book real fast.
Right. So he can, and what he says is based on fact, not based on opinion, not based on his feelings. Like it's based on fact. Because when you if you watch his videos, the man bring up stats like such and such percent of men do this, such and such percent of women do this. Well, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And the way he presents it is not because people are basically going based on what's in their echo chamber, what's around them, and then what is morally correct. Which is, I mean, that's a gauge, but when
he giving public therapy though, so it's always gonna be tough.
He lays things out honestly. The way, I say I don't really like the way he does it as aggressively as he does.
Right.
However, he states facts. Like when women be like, "Oh, ain't no single men out here, ain't no single good men out here," and if it is, they gay.
But he be real on the men too though.
I know.
Occasionally when he allowed men to call in or whatever, look, don't come on there saying you are who you're not. Cause
Yeah,
you will be on YouTube with 1 million views.
Yeah,
like I seen him, man. I don't even want to bring him up, but it was some little dude on there talking about he make $24,000 a year and he deserved his picking woman or something like that. It was just bad news.
I'm sure he let him have it.
Definitely go both ways.
Like, boy, you a little boy.
Literally, like
you're a little boy.
Literally, not a Henry as he like. Oh man.
Well,
everybody want to be a superior man, bro.
This is Real Nonsense. I am one of your hosts, JC.
Jay Clark in
and
the building.
PGE.
He
on his
he
on his way.
He might pull up.
He might pull up. We'll see,
man.
But we literally were just sitting here having a long conversation.
Off air type.
Like, man. Yeah, that's a little. Maybe one day, maybe when the doctor comes, we can talk about that.
Yeah. Cause we if we gonna have that conversation, I would like for a woman to be here,
absolutely,
just so we not just
spewing out stuff.
You feel me? You gotta have a woman.
Yeah, people could definitely, and then for people that's for our viewers out there, they definitely so we can be have some kind of a balance.
Yeah, they would appreciate that. We don't want to hear men talk about how women need to change.
Yeah,
we've heard that enough.
Yeah,
we've heard that enough, honestly. I've said that enough myself. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, me too.
Yeah, I'm sure women have said the opposite enough too.
But something that's been going on the last, I guess you could say a couple weeks, month, the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. This is the most controversial political.
But that's because
Olympics
we
of all
in
time.
2021. Like just think about social media.
Everything is a story, bro. Like, oh my God, he wore red socks. Like, bro, chill out. Like,
Well, that's only because I honestly because of social media.
yeah.
Like
Facts.
you think about how much it's taken off since the last Olympics.
4 years ago, right? Well, summer Olympics 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's confusing how they keep calling it the 2020 Olympics too. Very
Well,
confusing.
it was supposed to be last year.
But
So, so 5 years ago,
yeah,
The
that's
Olympics
a long time in social media,
right?
years.
And technology world, that's a long time.
Man,
I don't even think 5 years ago did they have self-driving cars?
it was probably a conversation. It was
Yeah.
it was a conversation, but it wasn't on the road.
But now we do.
Yeah,
And it's extreme. It's actually pretty common.
yeah.
But like, just what I don't know.
It's like A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers touched on it in his interview the other day. How the media just gonna create something out of anything. Like with Simone, we talked about how she threw out that she was the GOAT, right? Which is cool. It was, at the
It's
time, I ain't gonna argue with you. It's cool to me, but now that she stepped back on the mental health kick, everybody like, oh, she can't handle the pressure, this and that. But like, I always got an opinion. I don't judge her for what.
And then people take what people do is they see these headlines. Because I actually have not seen it, and it's probably out there, but I haven't seen a news outlet report that it was her mental health.
I saw it on Instagram. I won't say it was like Bleacher Report, Sports Center type deal, but
I haven't seen it.
at
I've just
first
been
I heard
seeing
it was
people
an
share
injury. It was
right
like a physical.
because when
something.
they talked about it today, when I was watching because I've been watching the Tokyo Now stuff on because I got it on Peacock, but I've been watching it, and they were talking about Simone Biles. One of the reporters did mention of her protecting her mental health. So it's not even that she, first of all, get this straight, she didn't withdraw from the whole Olympics.
yeah, I didn't know that.
A lot of people think that's what she did. No, that's not what happened. She withdrew from the team competition, which is today or tomorrow, but she's still competing Saturday, Sunday, Monday for her own stuff.
So people on some she's not a team player type.
That or I don't know. Well, from what I've heard, is from injury, and so honestly, a part of it could be because Simone seems. I don't know her personally, of course, but she seems like the type of person that y'all don't give me all the attention. I know I'm probably the best, but there's a whole team here, and I'm not the team.
You seen how they was judging her differently because she's too good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
That's
so
crazy.
honestly, even in that,
that's nuts. Like,
like the mindset of I want my team. I don't want our team to get faulted because I'm on the team and they judging me harder. So even just that, like honestly, I think that had a lot to do with the reason. And of course we just speculating because we don't have any facts, but I can see how that can happen. How that could be a thing of just like, you know what, they say they're gonna judge me harder, which means they're gonna judge the entire team harder. So I'm gonna withdraw. I'm gonna take the attention off of me. Y'all do y'all thing and do what you need to do.
I don't feel like that's a big deal. I'm kind of this probably a way lesser like serious example, but that's like you getting All-Star Weekend and you doing a dunk competition but not playing in the game. Like not that big of a deal. Like
Yeah, I agree.
who cares? You still at the All-Star Weekend?
Yeah.
Like
I agree. She's still an Olympian, one of the most decorated as well.
man,
So like it's and she's extremely dominant and will continue to be. And gymnasts don't usually last long, one because of their size. So once they grow past, that's why most good gymnasts are between that age of like I think 15 and like 21-ish.
wow, very young.
Right, because of their size and I guess you could say the petiteness of like being able to do all of those flips and stuff like that.
Yeah, because when you get the grown woman body,
And
Yeah,
stuff. You got
that's-
stuff flying. You try to do a backflip, you get
Twisting and turning. Be a lot going
You
on.
twist one too
boy.
many times, you ain't gonna twist no more.
Man.
But yeah, like it's so with Simone, because her body makeup is just like it's perfect for a gymnast.
Yeah.
It's perfect for what gymnasts need to do. She's stocky, she's small.
She definitely stocky.
Right.
Talk about I know you've been seeing the men's basketball.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of it. They actually
They've
was
been fluking. They lost to France in the actual first game. But that was like Nick Batum,
they actually been killing lately.
Patty Mills, whoever. They had a couple decent players on there. But I think they're like 1-1. They lost the first game to France and then they won the second game to
But
Iran.
did you see the score?
I'm just Iran. It's Iran. That's like, bro. That's like Bradley playing like Clifton. Like, not even. That's like Bradley playing like
Bradley
Pembroke.
playing- No,
Like,
that's like Simeon playing Clifton.
literally, it's Iran. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean they still blew him out the water.
You know what's crazy though? And I say this, it's gonna sound like blasphemy because we know who's on the U.S. men's team, but the U.S. women's basketball team is very nice, and they will give the men's team a run for their money.
No, they won't.
They will.
No, they won't.
They will. They play together. They move the ball. They play fundamentally sound, and they have no balls. They got Brianna Stewart, Brittany Griner, Asia Wilson. Like, these is like Katie, LeBron.
You sound like the people saying that Logan Paul was gonna beat Mayweather, or he had a chance.
That's a different. Because these are both professionals. Logan Paul was no professional boxer. Like, now I wouldn't put Floyd in the ring with the best woman boxer in the world, but the women's basketball team, the U.S. women's basketball team, would give the men's, I feel like, a run for their money, bro. The way I've seen both the teams play, like the women's team plays together. They have great talent, world-class talent. Like, yeah, bro, Brianna Stewart, Brittany, like, these are literally. Hey, get your man. Different.
PGE's here, but
Real amped up.
right. But I honestly,
They be hooping, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah, they. I'm not gonna say they don't be hooping because any one of them will beat me, will destroy me in the basketball
I ain't
game.
going on that.
All right, come on, man. I could probably beat you, and I'm not even a hooper.
Jonathan Carr.
I'm not a hooper.
You
I'm not a hooper, but I could probably beat you.
You probably couldn't though. So probability.
I have a better chance of beating you
than me beating them.
Yeah. Go ahead, just say I'm right. What up,
PDG in the building.
Richie Rich?
What's good, King?
PG.
I got a homie named PDG. Shout out Sean. Shout out my boy Sean. Shout out my boy.
This boy that went and
good, bro.
this boy that went and stopped and got a
All right, you got your pancakes,
Bro, I'm
popsicles.
trying, boy.
Dang.
Excuse me. Y'all,
Come on, man.
what's up, family? How y'all been, bro? The show been kind of dry without me, huh, y'all?
Hey, look.
Not
Nah,
really.
We
y'all
done
been
had
holding it down?
some deep conversations.
We did have
Off
before
them.
we started
off
air,
camera.
yeah.
Now we talking a little Olympics.
Yeah.
little-
Okay, y'all off air right now?
Nah, we on
we
now.
on.
okay.
You see that red?
okay.
Real, what-
Well, hi guys.
Hey, what's
Hey,
new with
PG.
you? What's new with you, King? What's new?
I've been, bro. Man, when I say life like a roller coaster, bro, I'm
Oh,
just trying to
yeah.
hang on, boy.
Yeah.
Hang on, bro. I'm
got
21. I'm at that point in my life, bro. You feel me?
Hey, you got your seatbelt on. You be all right.
I'm trying to
Oh, yeah.
transition, bro.
Couple
I'm trying
dips.
to transition from a shorty to a man, bro. It's getting kind of rough.
Yeah.
Getting kind of rough.
Yeah, you learning the ropes.
I got a book for you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's up?
If you read, everybody.
I hate
I be
I
reading
tell
on my
you,
phone. You feel me? It kind of helped me, like
It's called The Way of a Superior Man. If you text me your address, I'll send it to you. That's just how I do. I've bought many books of people, but The Way of a Superior
I'm definitely
Man.
gonna text my address.
The Way of a Superior.
I
You
definitely
gotta
will.
read that.
Oh, God.
Who is that? Dita. That's a great book for anybody. I only say that because you just said you're trying to transition from boys to
Boys
men.
to me, yeah.
But anybody who like feel like that, that book will
That blessing.
Shake
It's a
you
blessing.
up. No, Shake, it's gonna challenge you. Don't get me wrong. It ain't gonna be all
Is it a
roses.
long read, my boy? You know, like,
I don't have that much time.
Not at all. It's one of them morning, like, read
oh,
a
you
couple
just pick
pages
it up
in the
and-
morning.
Okay.
Do they have an Audible?
They
You know,
should.
lazy people.
I be asking,
Hey.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I gave a homie a book one time.
Yeah.
And I felt this is kind of a shitty story. I kept badging him like, bro, did you read it? Did you read it? This went on for like 9 months.
Yeah.
He tell me 9 months later, he was like, bro, I can't even read that.
Wait.
And it was a simple, it was Rich Dad Poor Dad. He was like,
Oh.
I can't even read it. Like, he ain't know how to tell me. But
I
he was
took
trying
a
to say, like,
couple pages into that book, and it was pretty deep, pretty fast.
I mean, they talk a lot of like
I understand.
finances and stuff.
I
but-
understand
Yeah.
faster when I listen, and I'm reading at
But
the
that's
same
what
time.
that's why I ask people, do they read? It's not. I'm really asking, can you read to some people? But
True.
some people prefer audiobooks over
Yeah.
written for whatever reason. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It might not even be that, but some people prefer audiobooks.
Yeah, because I'm a visual type of person, so I visualize while I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
And when I'm reading, I can't visualize because I'm more so focused on reading.
I feel you.
I can see that.
So that's why I like to listen more than I do read because I'm a visual person.
I'm not gonna crap, bro. Like when they started like making audiobooks and stuff, like I would read the book and then like I would find out they dropped the audiobook, whatever. That would make me go reread the book. You feel me? Because I could listen, like he said, I listen to what they saying.
And you get a different
but
understanding of it.
I'm reading this shit and I'm like, oh shit, like the way they saying it kind of sound different from me just reciting it in my head type thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it made me interpret the words different kind of.
Actually, one of the reasons I probably wouldn't go to college until I got bored enough doing what I'm doing, and I'm making a lot of money, because like it's not as visual as I want it to be. So like for me learning, like the thing is, I taught myself how to mix, master, all of that stuff from YouTube and Google. Usually Google just ended up sending me to YouTube
Videos and junk.
right, and actually doing it. So
But that's that kinesthetic learning, like being able to learn with your hands, or somebody just showing you, and then you being able to copy what they doing,
Yeah.
and then you just put it in your bag type stuff. Like that's how I learned too. So it'd be kind of hard for me, like in like traditional class or whatever, to honestly just sit and like listen to a motherfucker teach all day, bro, or lecture all day, because I might be hearing them and I'm not hearing them. You feel me? And
What's
that shit get
the
weird.
other type? You got the hearing.
You got the
kinetic.
auditory, visual, and kinesthetic.
I don't know what type of learner I am, bro. I wasn't good at school.
And they had like artistic learners, but that could motherfuckers that need to paint shit and draw shit like.
Maybe that was me.
Bro,
But not working for me though.
so what y'all talking about today? What's
well, we've been talking about we first started talking about the Olympics. About Simone withdrawing from team.
that was lame as hell.
Well, but she only withdrew from team competition, not from the whole thing.
Okay,
So she's still competing Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
but they still like dimming down her points and shit because she like making up like
not
moves and
dimming
shit.
down.
That's why they make her moves are too
raw,
advanced.
like-
Too
Oh
advanced
yeah,
for that.
they're
that's what I heard.
basically they aren't so in gymnastics and like diving, like they give you difficulty points.
Yeah.
People really like that's like
So
Steph Curry. Okay, your
So what
three's
it
only
is-
worth 2.5.
what it is they're not judging her harder.
Nah, that's wild.
They're just not giving her as much difficulty points as she should, because they're saying her difficulty is kind of off the scale.
And that's whose problem.
So
I'm a winner.
She's human,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right.
guys, I'm a
Different if
winner.
she was
Right,
a
and
robot.
so because she's kind of creating a new, like, of course, next
Grading
the
system
next
and junk,
Olympics,
like, yeah.
they gonna move it up and be like, okay, clearly we gotta move up the difficulty level because they're more advanced now than they were 30, 40 years ago.
No, bro, a lot of
She
the
just changed
stuff,
the game down there.
a lot of stuff that's been happening in the Olympics, like we
They just gotta
did, we
change
did
a lot
talk
of stuff.
about it's like a huge political, like social media driven Olympics, but they have been low key doing a lot of just weird stuff.
Not really. The Olympics has always been the Olympics,
Bro,
They
done
just
added,
have not revised a lot of stuff in a very
they
long time.
added so
And this is kinda-
many sports, bro. They
Oh, yeah,
added
yeah.
so
They added a lot
many
of rules.
sports.
Like, I've been seeing
Like,
like
that
you know how
shit's
you know how
wild.
the agenda been. Oh, the Olympics is picking on black people. Okay,
It's
at
not.
first,
It's not though.
at first it was Sha'Carri, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody was saying that stuff. But then you just start hearing like, I feel like there was just multiple occasions where I'm just like, why did they do that?
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, first of
And
all,
they
the
had to
woman,
be black?
the woman they said they had too much
Question mark?
testosterone or whatever.
Well, here,
They judging old girl rules different.
Yeah.
They done kick Sha'Carri out knowing dang well if that was a
He
white
done her the
girl, it wouldn't have been a
fastest bitch in the
story.
world.
that's not true.
It would not have, bro.
There's a girl in Sweden right now.
Bro, it would not have been.
There's
Bro,
a girl
the
for
fastest
weeds?
woman in the fucking
weeds?
world,
Who?
bro.
Who?
Hikari, she's up
The
there.
entire Jamaican team ran faster than her.
Hold tight though.
Back.
Was the lady
Bap.
speeding weed or was it a performance enhancing drug?
She probably-
No,
look,
it was
she-
protein they found and it actually they found it to be true that she got it from a restaurant. I think it was like a taco truck or something, and they laughed at her when she said it in the hearing. However, they suspended her for 4 years. Not for 30 days.
You said for 4 years.
They found it in her
she
system
Can't even be
in
back in
December.
the next one.
They found it in her system back in December of
That
2020.
sounds like some performance enhancing stuff though. Because why? else
No,
would-
but it led back to the exact same thing that they found in her blood. They found it in the meat that was sold at the taco truck.
did she still
when they
get
tested
suspended?
it? Yes.
Did it get rescinded?
No.
Then she was wrong. I don't want to, bro.
but
He was.
but
On a
what I'm
guy,
saying,
like,
that's
say,
but
like a
she's a white
cover-up.
woman.
That sounds like a cover up.
You said, but she a
But
white
she-
woman?
but yes,
you
she's
talking
a
about the
white-
woman in Sweden?
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the weed thing.
Nah,
Uh-huh.
look,
No,
man.
she got suspended for 30 days,
Okay.
and she just didn't get picked because one thing like Sha'Carri, we gave her way more credit
But
than
it's
she
big-
deserved.
fastest
before-
bitch in the world.
It's bigger than Sha'Carri though.
Like,
my,
you see how I
point
changed
is,
that?
my point is we won't even label Sha'Carri that, right? Sha'Carri
What?
won't even be in that
What?
Olympics picking on black people crowd. But that along with all the other stuff that we've been seeing pop up, it's just a
Like what?
weird year, bro.
Like
the
what?
testosterone, Simone Biles, like
testosterone.
I seen something about women had too much testosterone and they.
Oh, you talking about the trans woman, bro?
She was trans.
There was a trans woman that was
Nah,
in the
it
lift.
was- yeah.
That was in the lift.
I
and
did
shit.
hear about
shit
that.
was weird though.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I
A
did hear about
trans
that.
woman, bro. She was completed.
One
She
of
was
the people
completed
they
on
didn't
lift.
let
was mad
compete.
as hell at her
Yeah.
ass. They was like that shit shouldn't even count because she still got a penis attached to her. But I feel like you can't be in. I don't know. I can't talk LGBTQ, bro.
Look, they got the baby, right?
They just got the baby, bro. They got him.
This is CNN, July 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Title. Let me get into it. Black women athletes are still being scrutinized ahead of the Olympics despite their successes.
She probably got dreads.
Penalized.
Shoulder strong.
So y'all ain't hear
Got
about
traps.
But we got to remember what the Olympics is. The Olympics is the entire world. It's not an organization. It's everybody.
Olympics rule.
Niggas be saying like the whole world ain't no organization.
No. I'm saying like
son.
the Olympics is the most unbiased stage there is. That they really
Because back in the day, they was letting motherfuckers to compete in the Olympics.
they were
from
letting
around the
people
world.
that were being turned away in the U.S.
bro.
Hell yeah.
That
competing
was
in Olympics.
the voice was their voice was the Olympics.
Somebody
But
say
winning in
Jesse
the-
Owens.
right? But honestly,
For their own benefit, bro. Like,
No.
don't get it twisted.
Because
That's like,
you will be
That's
repl-
like
you
the
can be-
star running back in high school that the
Dude,
coach just runs
like-
to death. He tears ACL. Like, oh, he gave you the chance for his benefit. He wanted to win games. Like,
You right.
they ain't giving you the platform for your benefit.
But what do you get? What do you get when somebody do good in the Olympics? Like views?
as a country?
Yeah.
Money.
I mean,
do
it's
you
based
mean?
on
You
advertising.
get bread. You get bread off of the
Tokyo? Yeah.
crazy?
Damn, I ain't know that. I ain't know
countries
you
are
getting paid off the
competing for
Olympics.
money, bro.
So what
Like-
happens is the country that gets to host the Olympics,
Yeah.
they get
That's a
billions of dollars
that's
in
the big
infrastructure
deal.
build for them to be able to have.
And motherfuckers don't tear that
when you
shit
look
down,
At
do
no,
they?
when you look at L.A., the Coliseum that was built by the Olympics when they had the Olympics in L.A.
Bang.
Like
So like I think where is it?
Man,
Where
shit
the
that they-
Rams play?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they still
they
play
used
there.
to. They used to.
But-
I thought it was not USC. Somebody played.
Somebody, but
Historic
where they
game,
hold
man.
a lot of this stuff,
Damn,
they
I didn't know that.
So these infrastructures last, of course, because they get billions, if not trillions, of dollars
Poured into them from around the world.
right?
Yeah.
and so it is a
a big
money
deal.
thing. But
What are the
when we
keys
talk,
to the Olympics?
but when we talk about, because what's the name? Sha'Carri would have got dusted by Shelly Ann Fraser Price. she would have got left.
Oh no, Shorty
On
wouldn't have
the- on
smoked
the
weed that
takeoff-
day. She would have been
On the
gravy.
takeoff
Oh, God.
alone, do you know who Shelly Ann Fraser Price is?
Look, Shorty would have.
She
I'ma
won.
Put this
She
smoke
won
down
gold.
today.
She won gold. She's the female. She's the female Usain Bolt. Won gold the last 3 Olympics.
All right.
Niggas pulling out names and shit.
Because people don't know, because they see Sha'Carri. Oh, she won the trials
And she bad as hell.
And the U.
She ain't bad. All right. I'm not gonna-
But nigga,
I don't know any female in the world that could look sexy fast. Fuck you talking about?
She
Like,
probably looks
let's-
sexier because she's fast.
Let's be real.
That's
She
You feel me? If she was slow,
She
look good like
pointing
this.
at the screen.
On the God, she,
you're silly.
oh, she look
But
good like
but
that.
even when you watch, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to like bash her.
uh-huh.
But she didn't win. We giving her gold medals that she ain't even been to the Olympics yet.
Just y'all ain't get her that opportunity, bro.
You know why? You know why
She would've
everybody
took
love
that
her?
chance
You know
and
why
blew it
everybody love
up,
her?
bro. You
'Cause
know
she
how
look-
black people
and
live.
somebody, so I seen
Because
on
she
the
look
internet.
different.
She look like she from the trenches, straight up.
Yeah.
We relate to the struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She
I-
got the
yeah.
got the highlights in her hair. She dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
She
Got
don't
nail,
look-
long nails.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
fuck
She don't
with
like
that.
shit too much.
Look,
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
so anytime
know,
you
that's
what
wrong.
happened what happens is because there was another athlete, another black woman athlete that talked about Sha'Carri that I watched this morning, or was it last night?
What'd she
and
say?
she said she was a track athlete as well. She said rules are rules. Like she said, we all know as track Olympians, like there's a strict guideline that you have to follow.
Shut up, Sambo.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day,
Sambo.
it's not going. My biggest problem with it, okay? We talking about weed, bro.
On the God.
We not talking about.
We know.
We're not talking about
We
cocaine.
know, but you still
We're
got to
not talking
remember,
about-
in some countries, people are being killed, death sentences for
Over the weed?
marijuana. Yes,
So why? Who
yes.
the hell are the originators of the Olympic Committee that decide that something that's legal in
Well-
your home state you can't? I don't
See,
give a
this is
damn
not-
if
it's not a-
if cocaine is legal in your home country and you the best in your country and you smoke. I don't give a damn. It's the
Oh,
Olympics.
We
fuck
don't-
it, it is what it is.
We don't, but we ain't in none of them positions to be able to say
To
it
make
should
those
or
decisions,
right
yeah.
to make those
They
decisions.
they just gatekeepers. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, how many
Oh,
Olympians in
God.
Olympic
Yeah.
history do you think smoke weed?
Bro, too many of them.
Bro,
Bro,
how many?
not
those
any-
motherfuckers doing coke. I bang it.
and what's the
I
name? And
bang
the
in
lady
80s
said she
Olympics.
said it's not that weed is elite. She said only during competition we should not test for it in our system. It's not that we can't smoke it. She said only when it's time for competition we're not supposed
But
to.
if I smoke every
and we
day of the
all
week-
know that. She owned up to it, and she was like, "That's that."
If I smoke every day of the week for the
Everybody
last
making it
month,
a thing
bro,
of it shouldn't
and,
be illegal.
And I was done for 2 weeks. Also, let me get right. Let me get my body trait shit. It's still gonna be in my system. Not
First
as
of all,
much.
let's remember
You feel
weed
me?
is still
Like,
not
come
legalized in
on.
entire USA.
Bro, but
It's
that's
legalized here.
Here,
it's just
so
gate-
everything
Right here.
everything comes back to Aroma Park, Illinois.
Look, yeah.
It-
Yes.
Because if that was the case, then in Oregon, every drug should be legal, right? Because in Oregon, every drug is legal.
Quite frankly, it's
Bang that.
I don't know.
Dang.
Every drug is legal. They
Legal,
just passed it
bro,
last
legal,
year or year
legal
before?
versus
Every
illegal
Or this
just
year.
don't mean nothing to me, bro.
Huh?
Legal versus illegal in this country just doesn't mean anything to me.
Right, but
Knowing
we're
what
not
I
talking
know.
about. But first of
Like-
all, the Olympics does not conform to the laws of the United States.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Who-
Olympics has their
Is
own.
this the League of Nations? Like, is this?
No, it's not any of them. It's just the
What you
Olympic.
talking
It's the Olympic Committee. And so, see, the
That
thing
boy said the League
is,
of Darkness.
the thing is, the Olympics is to create what? Like, do you remember the original reason why they had the Olympics?
New World Order. I'm already
No,
know.
no,
The original Olympics?
No.
Probably a reason we'll never know.
Oh, it was
But-
like,
no. It's friendly competition between countries that are at war. So to try to minimize all of the we
war?
hate you, we hate you, we hate you. Let's play a basketball game.
Oh, okay.
So it's
I get that.
That's what the Olympics is.
or it's simply a
Talk to me, bro.
distraction from the brutality and the ruthlessness of the war. It was just a simple distraction. It wasn't a let's feel good, but we
No,
could.
not necessarily let's feel good, but
I agree with what Jay Clark said.
Come on, man.
We
I
can't kill niggas for years and then we come hope and we
gonna
good.
kill
No,
we gonna
and-
kill your neighbor, but go watch this. Like, that's what they say about modern day sports. It's really just a distraction from all the BS that's going on. Like,
True.
That ain't.
See, y'all in the conspiracy.
That's not a
That's
bro.
how things go, brother. In the world that we live in today.
A lot of people throw conspiracy out there when it's something challenging to accept. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, a rule is a rule. Like, it don't matter if it's like, it doesn't matter
He's talking
what
about the grand scheme of shit now. He's not even talking about the rules and shit.
I know,
no more.
but it all comes back to
the rules are made for barriers. Like when I go back and say I don't take legal and illegal seriously in the United States because I know if it's a position where I do something wrong and somebody that don't look like me do something wrong, he more likely might get off. Like,
and
we'll
that
never
shit
hear
not
about
as
it.
illegal to
But
him.
if I do it my first offense, it's gonna be
that shit
everywhere.
real illegal to you. I hear that
That's
shit.
the
Clark.
same with weed.
I hear that shit
People
clear as
smoke-
day, J. Clark.
People never stop smoking weed. People don't smoke weed any more
but
today than they
y'all-
ever
but
did.
See, y'all keep
But the war on drugs tells people that weed is bad. Weed is bad. So
okay. As
Like what?
a let's say you as a man, right?
Mhm.
You have a right to protect your home,
Yeah.
unless you a convict.
wait, whoa, what?
You convicts can't own guns, bro.
Convicts
You a
can't
motherfucker
own
walking
guns.
to their house.
That's the
and-
law.
and
It don't matter how much even if you was 21 when it happened and now you 50,
Can't own no.
you can't
you
own one.
no
No
gun.
matter how much you've changed, no matter how much therapy you've been to, no matter how much is morally just, no matter how much it makes sense that he's been through this, like he.
But the thing
and
is,
and
the
he
thing
only
is,
went in for a drug charge,
You can't legally own a gun.
right? But if you get caught,
You going back because you
Exactly.
Worse,
But
on
you
the
can't,
gods,
like,
that's
convict
what I'm
with
saying.
guns.
So it's
That's
not
gonna be worse.
the and whether we agree with it or not, she ain't running.
The shit is law.
That's it. Whether we think it's morally right or not, she ain't running, and she
love.
wants to use their stage. They don't want to use her. She wants to get to the Olympics.
Hey.
The Olympics don't want to go to Florida.
You
They
lied.
don't. For
said-
what?
he
We
said
got
that.
millions of
You said the-
billions of
the
other
Olympics-
people that are trying to get here.
the Olympics don't want to go to Shikari.
Hell no,
no,
bro.
go
They
to-
don't got
go
to,
to-
bro.
They ain't trying to go to Florida for
They
what?
don't got to, bro. They probably go back in the next 100 years though. I can bang.
They won't.
They'll be back in the U.S.
Look,
Oh,
man.
Yeah,
in the
they'll be
U.S.
back in the US.
But I'm saying the
Do
Olympics
you
does
think-
not need a Shikari.
Oh,
Shikari
no.
needs the Olympics.
Oh,
So
no.
if you that's like people coming in here telling me, you let me do what I want to do in here.
Hey, you think she got like? Wait, so my bad, bro. I ain't mean to cut you off. Did she get any like shit going on with her college because of that? Like, cause motherfuckers
I
can't
doubt
smoke
it.
weed and shit
I
in
I
college.
highly
though.
doubt it. Because I don't even know is she still in school? I think she finished.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
thought she
know.
was.
She was 21,
On the guy, so she would have been just getting out of school if she didn't get out this year. So
but she'll be
most
back in
likely
the
not.
thing is she'll be back in the Olympics. I bet you she gonna learn. I bet you she not gonna smoke
I
next
think,
time.
you know what? I think the rules gonna change.
And they
That's
may
what- That's
change.
what always happens.
But, and they may change,
change
but
the
I
rules.
guarantee you she's still not gonna smoke.
true. Yeah, true. She probably ain't gonna.
I bet you I ain't finna take no chances.
But it's crazy, bro, how motherfuckers get caught on smoking shit, bro. And it's been big cases of motherfuckers popping pills, motherfuckers doing coke,
Who?
all type of shit.
In the Olympics?
Yes, bro.
And they got put
on
out.
the big ass states.
And they got put out. Like
That's
the,
it.
Did Michael Phelps get suspended? I don't.
he wasn't in competition. He wasn't even competing. He lost almost all of his endorsements. First of all, just from first of all, we don't even know if it was weed in there. It was just a picture of him with a bong.
Yeah. for
They
real.
never even tested his blood.
At the time, that was a big deal.
I know.
Oh my god!
Because it
Michael
was,
Phelps.
but they never even.
rawest swimmer in the damn world, bro.
But
Right,
that was
You ain't
just,
smoking
but
blunt,
that was
nobody
just new
can.
social media. Like white people have been smoking weed forever. Like
No, but
now we
let's
got
be
a
transparent
Olympian
though.
swimmer that's smoking.
Let's
weed.
be transparent. This is a man that's been to the Olympics, that won the most amount of medals out of any American swimmer, out of any swimmer.
the
Period.
most popular swimmer ever.
Right.
Like,
Everybody
ever.
know who Michael Phelps is.
Ever.
right.
How do we
And
even
so
know who Michael?
if this
swimmer?
if this man gets caught with a bong and loses all his endorsements, then what do we think Shikari's gonna get? A black young girl
Get her ass kicked out of school.
that has never been to the Olympics, that has never she won the trials. What and so let's be transparent because he got that as a consequence, And he wasn't even in. He wasn't in competition. His blood was never tested. We don't even know for sure if it was weed or not. It could have been a hookah.
Brian, if a nigga's eyes was red and I'm holding the bong and it's smoke around the damn air,
it could have been. I'm not saying that. That's not. I'm not saying that it wasn't. But I'm saying his blood was never tested. He wasn't even in competition. He just was caught with a bong. That's it.
You ain't lie. You ain't lie.
So now it's like, oh, we out. And it's I'll never forget. I did a Lyft ride a couple years ago. And there was a guy that worked for the news station. He wasn't one of the cameramen. He was like one of
a news anchor type thing?
No.
Reporter?
Back. Like,
oh, the lights, cameras, action?
Some of that.
I'm asking them questions. Nah, not
like one of the crew, one of the crew or something.
Oh, damn, I named all the crew.
Right, so he knows the stuff that's going on. He was like, man, all of this stuff is an agenda to start a race war. That's it. Like he said, they point everything back to race. And he said, and people think I'm crazy because I picked them up and I took them downtown. I picked them up from the not the South Loop. I picked them up from somewhere close to Hyde Park and took them downtown to. I think he worked for Channel 5. And he was like, I see this stuff. I see these stories all the time. I sit in these, black man. He said, I sit in these meetings and I listen to them and they try to figure out how they can turn it into race.
But isn't it? It's just obvious though. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them things that it's a conspiracy. But like
that's the thing, bro. That's his setup, bro. And you know why? You know why it's gonna be a race war, and you know how you can see the setup, bro. Like he just said, convicts can't buy no guns. How many black people convicts?
Look,
how many black people done had the charge before,
convicts
bro?
are the best ones at hiding guns.
You feel me?
They still got them.
Let's be real, bro. But I mean, you could. But if you make it a law, a law is a deterrent. If anything, that's it. A law is a deterrent. Well, let's not say a law was cut and dry. Motherfuckers just know not to break a law. On the God, a law is a deterrent, bro.
It ain't gonna stop nothing.
On the God,
a law just means you can get in trouble for it.
On the God, bro.
But it ain't finna stop nobody.
And this shit jamming to a whole race war, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. I'm popping the first 3 light skinned niggas I know. No bap. 3 light skinned niggas gone on the God. Just because I don't know what side you got for real. I'm gonna be 50-50, huh? And if your mama not the white one, boy, I'm telling you, you're done.
He might be confused himself.
You're done. On the guys, his ass over with, bro. If your skin not as dark as Jay Clark and one of the guys,
hey, bro.
Hey,
I feel for light skinned people in a race war. They probably be confused as hell.
Them niggas gonna be like, them niggas gonna have their own differential race. I guarantee you, light skin gonna come on race.
They whole ally team.
On the guys, they gonna answer, yeah, it's too many of us that look alike. These niggas don't know what to do with us. Y'all niggas the gray area. It's a white and black race. It's a white and black war. We find gray niggas.
But it's honestly like. Some of these things, because I've personally experienced racism, I know that it's not to create this idea that nothing is race and everything is a conspiracy, everything. Because there are things
it's over
that,
shit.
like I think the video I sent to y'all earlier this week, that was just pure. The dude how nice the cops were to the guy that was impersonating a police officer.
Yeah.
Like, he
got a whole
badge, a loaded rifle,
now
all of this stuff.
All that shit should have sent folks ass directly in the back of that car.
He could have got hit.
No, they should have.
They could have.
If he were a black man, they would have shot him.
They should have roughed him up.
Like, oh yeah,
he got rifles, loaded rifles.
Yeah, but
come on.
So man. Like, it's not to say that I don't think that racism exists, because I'm a black man in America. Absolutely, I know.
You say that you lying.
Or you oblivious. Right.
Or you ain't know you Stevie Wonder. Right, you Stevie Wonder.
But like when we talk Olympics and we talk about somebody breaking a rule, like I can tell you what it is, and I don't know how much flack I'm gonna catch for this.
What's up?
It's us and women not being able to hold each other accountable for mistakes.
You mean black women?
Black women not being able to, because she messed up and admitted that she messed up. And our response is still, she should not receive that consequence. She should have not. She still got it. She still should have got a chance to run.
It was emotional though, because everybody fell in love with it. Like that was my biggest issue with the whole situation. The rule is the rule. She got suspended. That is what it is on the aftermath. But the way.
But we can
the
do it with Chris
world-
Brown.
That's a different story.
He didn't even facts.
Right, bro. Right.
The way the world built her up. I'm not upset.
No,
at
not the
Olympics.
world. Us, United States, because the world really.
Black
don't.
man did
The world, bro. We
Black
are the
man-
world. First
bro,
of all, don't
the
get it-
culture
we
did
are
that,
the
bro.
world. But the way the media, the social media, the world, people built her up, and then at the same time when she went down, tore her down.
I can guarantee you,
That's
you
the
go
issue
in
I got.
another country, they ain't gonna have a clue who Sha'Carri Richardson is.
Bro, you gotta realize the United States is the beam of the world, bro.
You out of it, bro. He
We
not lying
are-
to you, bro.
Bro, the United States
not lying
is
to you.
the. That's why I try to get.
I
people
can
to
almost say.
realize,
I can almost say. I'm gonna be
y'all-
100%
If
honest.
you hold up a mirror on the Atlantic Ocean, you will see the world.
I'm gonna be
bro.
100%
Like,
honest with you, bro. How we think. Wow, LA so amazing. LA so boomtown when it come to media, when it come to culture and
Go to
shit.
China.
We do that in a grand scale. U.S. That's how the U.S. is depicted towards
That's
the
what
world.
they taught us.
Let's be real.
Bro, you know how
no
empty the
cap.
United States is,
Look,
bro?
look at even.
No. So what I'm saying
empty
is,
this mug is.
what I'm saying is, like
the world use our culture.
Jamaica,
bro.
I can guarantee you don't even know who Sha'Carri Richardson is because they so focused on Shelly Ann Fraser Price.
But I
you
guarantee-
didn't even know who she was.
But I guarantee you, a
you
Jamaican
didn't even.
nigga.
But wait,
I guarantee you, Jamaican niggas
But
rap
let's
though.
point. But
I
let's
guarantee
point
you,
this
Jamaican
out.
niggas rap
But
though.
let's point this out. You didn't even know who Shelly Ann Fraser Price was, and she won the gold medal the last 3 Olympics.
But I bet somebody sitting in his seat know who Sha'Carri is in Jamaica. You
No.
feel me? Because bro, our media
No,
trumps
but
all.
no,
Our media
it
does
doesn't.
trump all.
Cap, bro.
It doesn't.
Cap, bro.
But it doesn't. How many friends do you have that's international?
International.
Yeah, that are
couple.
like from different countries.
I could count them on one hand.
So like even one of my close friends that's from South Africa, he tells me I didn't even know racism was a thing until I got to America.
And he from
Get
South
the
Africa.
fuck out of here, bro.
And he from
He from
South
South
Africa.
Africa, apartheid
he
South
black?
Africa. That's a cap,
Yes.
bro.
He's
That's a
dark-skinned,
lie.
yes.
That's a fucking lie, bro.
He's
How you
lying.
gonna tell him
That's a
that?
lie.
But how y'all
That's
gonna
a
tell him
lie,
that?
bro? What are you?
Y'all ain't never stepped foot in Africa.
Bro, he
lying.
from South Africa. The motherfuckers that ain't dropped
He-
apartheid
hey,
to the
when the last time you went to
1980s.
Africa?
To the 1980s.
When the last time you went to Africa, bro?
I ain't been to
It's
Africa,
been
bro.
a minute.
When the last time you been to
I
Africa?
ain't been to Africa.
So
but
how can
I-
y'all sit here and say
Because I know.
I know what it's like over there?
I know it's South Africa.
Got it. I know what it's like. The man lived there for his whole life.
And he
Bro,
said,
And he's still not credible enough for
And
you?
he said he didn't.
He
know
lived-
racism
look.
No, he
was.
said it wasn't a thing. He said the color of people's skin, it wasn't a thing.
The only way I can see that, bro.
It became a thing when he got here.
The
And
only
he was
way-
like,
I've
oh, snap.
I've heard that.
The
I've heard
only
that.
way I can
They-
see
they
that,
more
bro, is
nationality over
because
there.
there's so many black people concentrated in areas that he probably lived in, and he probably ain't even seen no white
And it's
folks
not
like
even
that.
that.
But
He
we
probably
had
is more
it's
light
more
skinned
white people
folk.
in South Africa than any other
But
place
see,
in Africa.
see,
Like,
you guys are sitting from your limited points of view and expounding your points of view of where you are currently on the entire world.
So you got an unlimited point of view. now.
No. I know I don't. I know how much I don't know about the world because I've never been to Haiti. I've never been to Honduras. I've never been to Dubai. I've never been to Israel. I've never been to South Africa. I've never been to France. I've never been to the Netherlands. I've never been to
A lot of places,
I
right.
never. I've only been really in America. But
that's
I have friends from all of those places.
That's the
and
first
they all
person
have different.
I ever heard say something like that. Like
What?
I've heard people from Africa say they don't care about color because they. First of all, everybody in Africa is dang near melanin. You know what I'm saying? So they
And
care
I-
more so about nationality. And
I
when you
heard
come
motherfuckers
here,
say like
it's black versus
light
white.
skin, dark skin type shit. They don't give a fuck about
It-
light skin,
and-
dark skin.
See, and
but
then
I didn't
not
heard
only-
my.
not even just that, but we don't even realize how big Africa is in itself.
Do we?
Africa's like 30 different worlds in itself.
And you know what? One of my biggest pet peeves
I can
is
say that.
when people try to compare the United States to Africa, as if that's come on, bro.
Right.
That's like trying to compare like you. It's a seed to like a whole.
I ain't gonna
I
count,
don't
bro.
even know.
Africa got 30 plus countries, but how many of those countries is in a second world stage or in a first world stage?
I don't know.
And then I ask you this question: how many of those countries are in a third world stage right now?
You mean advanced?
No, third world being we eating rice and water every day,
But see,
dirt floor.
The
There's
thing
places
that I
like-
hate
there's
To
places
second
like that
world
here,
and
though.
first
It's
world.
like
There's places
shit.
like that
we
here.
live 15 minutes from one.
And there's one in downtown Chicago. People
But
drive
niggas
past
don't
it
choose.
every
We
day.
choose that. We choose that
No, they
here.
don't.
That's only resort there. That's last option. now.
No. See, and that's what I'm
Africa,
saying.
Africa, a lot,
Bro, you
lot
can-
bigger than we can even conceive.
You honestly said that it's places like this in this city, right, or around this area, right?
There's places.
15 minutes away. So if it's 15 minutes away from you, that means we're 15 minutes away from them. Fuck you talking about? They can come here and live in better world, better condition, better area.
But see, this is.
That it's not the same as a
it's
motherfucking
not-
country
it's-
that's got
it's not-
hundreds and hundreds of
But it's
miles
not-
away from
it's not
something
that
that's actually
simple.
developed.
I knew people when we went to church in Chicago and we did like ministry on 10 minutes from downtown. Right next to the projects. These kids had never been downtown Chicago before. Lived 10 minutes away from it.
grown man.
Had never been there because all they knew was the surrounding neighborhood of where they are.
Yeah.
That's all they thought they could do. So, and when you talk about that's meaning like even when you talk about like Kanye West, what he said about 400 years, that sounds like a choice. That sounds like an option.
That's a mental shackle. That's what he's saying.
Bro, I got so
It's
much.
a mental shackle, bro.
Have you heard of Destruction of the Black Civilization? The book. Like,
Yeah, I've heard of the book.
that's why, like, when that struck a nerve almost, because South Africa was stolen from black people. Like,
Yeah.
So
The Dutch
you
did
can't be from
it.
South Africa and say, oh, like that don't even make sense, bro. The whole from Egypt all the way down to South Africa.
What I was
stripped from
saying
us.
with
Like,
that point was that it not that it doesn't exist. That's not what I was saying.
He's saying that he don't see
What
it.
I'm saying was the culture there is so different than the United States. Everything is race based here. Even my friend from India.
Bro, they stole
so
it.
there's a
It's
guy.
it's so engraved in the class system in South
but-
Africa. They stole. He
but-
probably don't see racism. He used to being on the
So
box.
listen,
He
there's a
think it's
guy.
acceptable.
There's a guy right now.
Like,
my friend Simps, his old roommate. His name was Solomon. He's from India. Went to Olivet. And so
You know,
one day,
Etienne from Olivet. He was from South Africa too. South Africa.
but one day we're talking about
You know, Toomey?
yeah, Toomey.
Yeah.
I introduced you to Toomey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me naming people and shit. Oh, yeah. Hey, shout out to me, man. Do your thing in the soccer shit.
But we were having a conversation about the most oppressed demographic of people in the United States, right? So we talking black women, black men, black children, homosexuals. Like we talking all of these people.
started.
All of these people are involved in the conversation. So we now bring in Solomon. Like Solomon, you not from here. You got the outside looking in. Tell us who do you think is the most oppressed demographic of people? His response was, I'm just happy I can serve God here. Because where I'm from, if I'm serving God, the entire neighborhood goes in our house,
Pull your
throws
ass
everything
out.
on the street, probably sometimes burn it depending on what area you live in, kick us out of the neighborhood, and we can't come back. We can't even talk to our family. We can't do any of this. So he said it's so interesting to see a country that is so free, that you have so many liberties, so many freedoms, talk about and he was like, and of course he was saying it from a position of like, no disrespect to what you guys are saying, because all of what you're saying is
He's
valid.
just saying I'm happy to be here.
Literally, he's saying
Happy to
like,
be here, bro.
he was like, I'm glad I'm awarded with the opportunity to be here, like, because the freedom that I have here, like, he was like, of course you got racism. He was like, that's everywhere, but I'm just I'm very happy to be here.
Tight.
Look, my daddy told me just like this, bro. Even piss shine like gold in the right light, boy. You feel me? So if a motherfucker from across the lane see, oh wait, they got all this freedom and all this jazz and all this livelihood, and they can argue about all these rules and stuff like that, they get over here and start smelling that piss smell. Start getting the realness of what America is, bro. Come on, you feel me? Like he can see it. He can see it as, oh wait, I'm just happy to be here. But you should have asked him like, okay, so you don't feel discrimination with it.
You've never experienced what it feels. None of us have ever experienced what it feels like for someone to tell us, no, you have to believe in this, or else you getting thrown out your house.
Our parents. do.
No. That's children. That don't count because you ain't paying no bills.
I'm talking about.
I'm talking to people that work jobs, That like if that would be like
told better than job.
We talking about
I'll be told better than
religious
service.
oppression. We don't experience that.
Not-
here. I can admit that. We don't experience religious oppression.
No, I'm talking
necessarily.
about we think we experience oppression. We do to some degree, but Americans and the entire world looks at us as spoiled because we are. Because we can sit here and have these conversations, have the freedom to have these conversations about the government.
I got freedom within freedom. This freedom new, nigga. This not old freedom. This new freedom.
That's what it's coming
but you
down
got it,
to.
don't
This
you?
is
50
new.
years
But
ago,
you got
I
it. But you got it.
50 years ago, I couldn't eat
But
no
you got it.
sandwich in a white man.
But you got
in
it.
a white man's store.
But do you not have it or not?
Come on,
Kinda.
bro.
Do
Let's
you
be
have it or not?
real.
Kinda, cause my
They
parents,
ain't never had to worry
parents'
about going in the
generation look at
motherfucking
stuff
store
like this,
and
they
not
like,
being
oh.
served, bro.
they like, oh, they on there talking all that jazz. We could never do that when we was their age. They could never, bro. They wouldn't have this platform to come on there and talk like. And if they did, slaughterhouse, bro. You
Only
seen what
God,
happened
you're
to the
saying this
leaders.
like this is new freedom. We're fortunate of freedom upon ourselves.
United
Like,
States is so young.
You feel me, bro?
But
This-
see, y'all keep going back to we're the victims of this. We the victims of this. we
Nah,
the
that's
victims
not
of
what
this.
I'm saying.
But
I'm
I'm
just
saying,
saying,
but
like-
I'm saying, imagine a child that was born in Africa that does not know how to get to the United States, that cannot ever experience the United States, that only doesn't even know running water. And we sitting here talking about, oh, but we, I don't know why Sha'Carri can't run in the Olympics.
Nah.
So a nigga get his ass whooped, and I'm supposed to complain. I'm supposed to not complain when a nigga punch me in my eye.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Just because his ass whooping might look a
So
little worse
this
than
is
mine.
suffer- What I'm
People
saying
suffer
is,
everywhere,
what
though.
I'm
Like-
I know exactly. What I'm saying is, we is very dangerous to look from our points of view and assume that we know for sure what's going on the other side of the world that we've never been to.
No, I can't. You right.
What I would assume
right, I wouldn't-
is that
I can't
there's
assume that.
prosperity as well as struggle in every single nation.
No, I'm
Every
talking
single
about you
continent.
can't assume
So, like-
what conversations are being had at tables that you've never sat at, or nor do you know what it feels like to sit at.
Of course not.
So how can we sit here and say, going back to the Olympics, that the Olympics is they only gatekeepers? They bias against black people. They bias against such and such. Why they only holding oppression? Because I just told you about 2 white people that have received consequences from not following the rules properly, from being caught or being tested for something that they weren't supposed to be tested positive for. But yet we still we're feeding into what the media wants us to think of. Yeah, they treating y'all bogus. Ain't that messed up? That's just like all the riots that was going on last year. It was white people that was starting those.
Hell yeah.
And we going along with the agenda
And
that we were angry.
Hey,
we still took the blame for
hey,
that.
Right.
But motherfuckers was in those stores though. I bet you
Absolutely.
niggas was grabbing Gucci bags and motherfucking.
But who was breaking
Fendi
in the
jewels.
stores?
Look,
I'll never forget
The white
when I
man
went
broke
to,
the
when we
glass.
went to,
We
remember
just
when we went
ran
to
in.
DC last year for the march. I was at the were you at the march the night before?
Not the night before. I can't.
So there was a Republican National Convention.
Yeah.
And when I say black people was out, we was out there at the White House and at the convention.
Y'all
So,
brothers was
like,
marching, huh?
Well, it was not even a march. It was like it was a protest.
It was a
and it was a party pretty
community.
much. It was a party, like, dude. It was a
Stand
DJ
around.
out there.
Yeah, it was-
Like, no, yeah, it was a DJ out there. We was walking down the streets, chatting stuff. You look up on the fence, it's white people, boom, boom, kicking the fence, cussing all of the Republican, because it was a Republican convention. They cussing all of them mugs out, and the Republicans coming up to talk to the fence like, yeah,
Man, what are y'all
y'all, what's
doing?
going, like, what's going on? Can we talk? And the white people response was, "F you don't right, yeah, you don't care about us." And we when I say all the black people literally stepping back, looking at them like, we ain't with y'all.
Look, but the white man get upset and they revolt because they understand that this is a country that is built for their comfort. So when they get uncomfortable, it's okay and just for them to be like, we hate you, fuck all this shit.
I agree.
Nah,
I
you
agree
feel
with
me?
this country, but we're talking about the Olympics, where every country
I see
has
them-
an
I see them in the
opportunity
same, bro.
to be. Or every single country has an opportunity to be represented. Every
Nah.
single
It's not true.
Yes, it is.
Every country isn't in the Olympics.
Because even
every country
right, because they
can't
don't make
afford,
it.
No.
No,
Every
no,
country
no,
can't
no.
afford to even participate.
No,
in it.
because
you gotta have
even
a bag, bro.
No,
Stop playing.
even when countries that are too poor to be able to send people, they use a neighboring country or a country they're allies with.
The United States, bro, it
to
all
represent
goes
them.
back to here. If they borrowing money, where do you think it's coming from?
The United States. However, the United States did not say Sha'Carri couldn't run.
They own the Olympics.
No,
run
they
the
don't.
Olympics because it's, bro, the United States is
The United
world.
States does not run the Olympics. What?
Look it up, bro. Look it
Oh
up,
my
bro.
God.
Look up the share,
y'all don't really realize, like, even if you talk about China.
Shit deeper, bro. I understand. It's shit deeper than what you say it as. Oh,
You
at
think
the
it
end
sound
of
like
it,
it's
it's just
foot
good,
to-
wholesome
foot to
fun.
track, you know what I
Right?
mean?
Like, nah, it's only God. This shit get real, bro. There's a bunch of politics before this.
y'all are really bringing more into it than what's
That's
there.
as if the best athletes in the world are even in the Olympics. The people who
No,
are
they could-
allowed to be in the Olympics are in the Olympics. From a country perspective,
No,
not
the
only that,
people
from
that-
a world perspective, every country can't be
Let
in
me
the
help you
Olympics.
understand this about order and structure.
Okay, help me.
When you follow what you are supposed, because we don't just live in a society, like, even though our generation
Yeah.
says we should be able to do whatever the heck we want, when we want to do it, how we want to do
Yeah.
it, why we want to do it.
Yeah.
But that's not order and structure. That's not what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Order and structure says you need to follow these guidelines.
Whose order and structure is that? Though?
Order and structure never fixed anything.
Who
Never
Yeah,
changed
that's
anything.
it. Sounded crazy, bro.
Order,
That just
order
sounded
and structure,
crazy.
bro. If everybody followed the rules, if everybody followed the rules, if everybody did what everybody else did,
I can say the
nothing
world to be
would get
boring.
accomplished.
I can see the
Order
world to
and
be
structure.
boring. but
Boring,
if
the
my
world
fuck-
wouldn't be progressive.
You said
What do you
order
mean?
and structure never fixed anything?
order and structure never created anything.
Mm.
Order and structure never innovated anything. Order
Okay.
and structure never moved anything forward.
Okay.
It could only
I
hold you
can
back.
almost agree with that.
Order and
I can almost
structure.
agree.
Order and structure is holding on to the
But
past.
that's not factual.
How can order
Man.
and structure lead
Speak on
to
that.
innovation?
Speak on that, JC.
How can order and structure lead to creativity? How can the kid in the class who you tell to sit down, stop talking, he's the most creative kid in the class.
Not true. Or he's rebellious and he don't know how to listen.
A rebellious kid is a creator.
That's not true.
An obedient kid is not a creator.
I'm obedient. I've always followed. I've always
Fuck,
followed
bro.
the rules.
But you're
Be
not.
quiet,
you're not
bro.
innovative. You're not cutting edge. You don't
I'm
think
not.
outside the box.
I'm not.
When
So you said
when your
you
dad
said-
when your daddy told you to go to regular school and you told daddy I'm going to chef school.
He didn't tell me to go to regular school.
How was that not you? How was that not you being?
didn't tell me to
Did
go to
you,
regular
did you go to traditional route of college? Did you drive
Nah,
Uber?
Nobody.
did
told-
you? Did you?
But nobody
pursue a
told me.
culinary career?
Nobody
Like,
told me I had to do that
because
stuff.
it was unorthodox, bro. You wasn't following the plan. You was doing what you wanted to do. And that's why you here.
No. You said the kid that's standing up. in
Societal
the class-
standards told you to do that. Bang. Societal standards
So-
told you to do that.
To be a
No,
a musical-
but that's not. You said order and structure never created anything.
The structure of society.
if you
What
would
do
have
you
followed
mean?
society,
You know
would
what the
not
general
be
society
here.
is.
I would have followed. I could have stayed in my
But we're not
corporate
talking
job.
about society. I said order and structure. I didn't say
Order and
society.
structure is gathered
didn't say-
by the society, by
ain't
the
created.
community.
It ain't created
Y'all steady
nothing, bro.
turning stuff.
What you mean?
Y'all, you
I'm
moving the
asking.
goalposts.
I'm
Basic,
asking, bro.
just basic order and structure. Guidelines, rules. They're there for a reason.
Where are they coming
They're-
from, bro?
Okay, so a stop sign. Why are stop signs there?
Who
there was
put
an
the stop
accident at one
sign?
point in time.
Because there was an accident and somebody probably lost their life because there wasn't a stop sign or a
put that
traffic
stop
light
sign right there?
somebody who
Who was in the community, right? Who was in the community? Somebody in the community.
Say, don't put these stupid poles up. They're gonna make things look bad.
Oh,
no,
y'all
we
tripping.
need stop signs.
Y'all tripping.
We need to
I'm
make a
asking.
change.
I agree with
So
both
stop
of
signs-
y'all
stop
saying.
signs-
I'm
stop
just
signs
saying
always existed.
that you
Y'all
can't cap
tripping.
and say that our the structure of how we do things is not only fucking gestured by our fucking family. No, it's societal. It's how motherfuckers perceive shit. It's so much more that go into structural shit or the structure of the world. Let's be real. Bro, if you used to walk out this
I know-
bitch
I
right
know- I
now,
know that was a
if you used to walk out this
controversial-
bitch right now without any pants or shirt on, you would not be interrupting or disrupting anybody. But how society deals with shit. Society would have, hold on, we don't want these niggas out here naked. Grab his ass, take his head to jail, put some clothes on that nigga. And look, you wouldn't be bothering nobody. He just walked to your damn car. In your standpoint, I did nothing wrong. I'm still in structural society stance. No, a society standpoint, nah, bro. You should have some fucking pants on your
But
ass.
one thing you have to. There's a reason for almost everything. There's a reason you're supposed to wear clothes in public.
Because they said so.
Not
People didn't always wear clothes until
they
somebody
did it.
said so.
Until who?
Until somebody said
That's
so.
not true.
Till
Adam and
came
Eve were the last two people that walked around butt naked all the time.
Adam and Eve.
Yes.
On record.
Yes. That walking around butt naked and didn't have a problem.
Bob, it's motherfuckers in Africa right now, or bitches in Africa right now that got their chest out. Holding their baby, titty right here.
No. See,
let's be
you're
real.
talking culture. I'm saying there's a reason for stop signs. There's a reason for traffic laws. There's a reason for speed limits. And y'all saying that's only there because they want to lock us up and they want to. That's only there because.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, bro, we can't cap and say that this shit wasn't created by a community, by somebody that's leading the community, by somebody at a higher structural standpoint.
You stop at every stop sign before the line. You speed.
Yeah.
You go through yellow lights from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not obedient, bro.
You're not
To
very
the-
obedient.
I'm not to the social standing. No obedient to society, bro.
But see, y'all keep
ruthless.
bringing up y'all keep bringing up society.
brought up the stop sign.
I'm saying what I'm saying is all the way back to the Olympics. I'll refer it to your job, your business. If somebody says, I only want to pay $15. Matter of fact, charge me $15 and I'm taking your car.
No.
Why not?
Because that's his rules.
My business.
And his
I-
establishment.
Oh, so if the Olympics says don't smoke weed, even though it's reasonable for you to charge them $15. If it's your mom or you just trying to do a favor for somebody, it's reasonable. But you saying it's my business. So if the Olympics says don't smoke weed, I don't care what the United States say. I don't care what Illinois say.
Okay.
Don't smoke weed. Now we're saying you're not supposed Olympics. You're not supposed to tell her she can't smoke weed.
Okay.
Because it's legal here. Why is that okay for you to do what you need to do with your business, but the Olympic committee, not
Bro,
no matter who it's made up
You saying,
of.
I feel like maybe if the Olympics put out those guidelines that you can't do this certain shit to be in the Olympics. Okay, damn, you was in the wrong. Fuck it. All right, move on to the next.
That's all I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
all it was with the Sha'Carri situation.
But I don't
She
see
was in
that
the
as like
wrong.
a big
But if she
deal.
ain't put-
And
but
she
if she
got
ain't put-
fined. So what? I don't
didn't get
disagree.
fined.
I'm talking about. I'm thinking of the rental world, but I don't disagree with the penalty. Like I just don't like the aftermath, the praise and the teardown. That's what I don't agree with. But as far as rules,
I said one of my things, I was just like, she broke a rule. She got the consequences. That's it. Boom.
Hey, that's just what it is.
That's it.
that's not the same though. But there's a rule in the rental car world: don't smoke weed. Right? People
not the
still
same.
smoke weed in
That's
cars.
not the same. So, like, even whether you agree with it or not, marijuana has it gives you a mental edge in some competition. Right?
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof, depending on who it is.
But I
But-
feel like maybe it's because that marijuana, that when you compete for shit, you have a certain level of a stress factor, and the stress factor diminished with the marijuana. So maybe you're more comfortable to compete at a better.
I've heard that before.
Whatever
Standpoint,
whatever
you feel
their
me?
reasoning is, I'm sure they have one. Because it wasn't just like you can't smoke weed because I said so. I'm sure.
I'm actually curious when they put that rule in. If it was around the same time as the war on drugs, that confirms the United States.
It actually might be a thing that you can't use any substance. Because when you think of Olympics, it's supposed to be all natural.
Yeah.
Like all natural, all by you working hard, all by no performance
You're not
enhancements,
natural.
no drugs at all.
True.
It's all natural. You and your mind,
Your body.
you and your body, and that's it.
True.
And you compete. Not no kind of enhancement. That's why all the way down to the spikes they using in their cleats got to get passed for inspection.
True.
All of that stuff, like people was bringing it up.
United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee.
What's that? The committee. Yeah.
The United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee.
Right.
Damn. Nah.
Right. We have our own committee, just like France got their France Olympic Committee, and then there's the Olympic Committee. Because if you're representing the United States,
so we're more like a member on the council. We more like a member on the
What we
council.
needed.
What?
How U.S. bullying in the 1990s led to the Olympics marijuana ban
Okay.
behind Sha'Carri Richardson's suspension.
Man, that's
Drugs.
look, that's
The 90s?
That's just crazy.
The war on drugs was before the
80s.
90s.
Yeah, but it was like 5 years
kinda-
before
and
the
the Olympics-
90s,
the
bro.
Olympics
Nah,
comes
it
every
was
4
before that.
years.
Come on now, the war on drugs really took flight in 1985, 84.
You know, man.
That's less than a decade. Let's be real.
But like I said, no matter. See, y'all bringing up moral, like it's morally correct to do it. It should be right. It should be okay.
You saying cut
But
dry rule.
she knew.
Cut dry fact. She knew what the fuck she was.
She
supposed to do.
knew it wasn't okay. And she still was like, I'm gonna do this.
You right. I give you that, bro. You right. I mean, it's a time and place for everything. That's what motherfucker was saying too.
That's what you- I mean-
you gotta understand, like shit. Like I feel
That's
like,
my only thing. She knew it wasn't like
But they, like I said, bro, she could have smoked. You don't know how shorty.
the sad thing is she owned up to it. She was more adult than the rest of the world. She was more adult.
I seen her interview. I was very pleased with it. Like,
Yeah, she was more adult. She was like,
but that's because shorty was in
messed
the
up.
limelight. See,
right,
I
she
smoked
messed
the- I
but
smoked the
or
one
she
shit
just
and
realized,
good.
dang, you got me. I messed up.
That's really what it was. And she wasn't even like, she wasn't necessarily sympathetic, like, oh, I messed up, I feel bad.
Yeah.
It was like, she was really hurt, like, pissed, like,
Yeah, I messed up. I don't get to compete.
she was pissed about it. Like,
True.
And that's that. But the rest of the world is like, yeah,
No,
you messed
fuck
up, but you shouldn't get that consequence.
Start the whole Olympics over. Fuck this shit. Redo.
hey,
Redo.
I said, let her run, man. Let her run. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
but we ain't the Olympics. We ain't in no seats. So whether we say let her run or not, she ain't running.
Stop it, Sha'Carri. We hosting the Hood Olympics 2021, girl. You invited.
She
that
ain't
was, the
trying to
first,
run.
that was the first thought I had. We need to
We're
do
going to God. We gonna get out right here in the
We
parking
need to-
lot.
It's not gonna be the
the
same.
all black Olympics. That's
But
what I
it
thought.
still ain't. It's still not
All
the
black
Olympics.
Olympics will be.
It's still not the
The
Olympics.
all
You can
black
start your
Olympics
own-
would be way
You can
rawer.
start your own. You
Way
can start your
rawer.
own basketball league, and it's still not gonna mean as much as the NBA championship.
Stop.
will
The
be
3-on-3 league, the Ice Cube start down there right next to it.
Eventually will. The NBA is not.
Man, this 3-on-3 league not raw.
The NBA is not forever. Like,
It's not. Next
And then the G
NBA.
League, when they dropped the G League, bro.
It's not next to the.
I done
NBA.
watched more G League games in the last couple
It's,
months.
it's not next to the NBA.
you talking about 3-on-3? It's pretty big though.
Bro, on the
It is.
guys,
It
the
is
trade,
big.
the trade deep.
Credit
I was,
to Ice Cube.
I
On the
was in
guys,
that-
Cube been doing his
I wanted to
thing.
go. Like I was kind of pissed. I
But
couldn't
did you?
go.
First of all, did y'all see Shannon Brown?
Nah.
On the 3-on-3?
was it bad? Shannon Brown, you hooper. You a bucket getter. What you-
Oh, he's a bucket
Hey.
eater. Hey,
Shannon Brown.
hey, hold on.
I ain't gonna bow.
Yeah, that's Shannon
Hey,
Brown. I
hey,
got you.
turn the subject for a minute though, y'all boys.
Well,
I was just
we gotta wrap it up.
oh shit.
90 minutes. No.
Right.
It might be
Yeah.
edited.
Watch the second half. Watch the second half.
Edited.
I'm trying to look up a
Not
picture.
Shannon Brown.
Hey, bro, why was they finna drop a whole new movie about not Serena Williams or Venus
Oh,
Williams.
both of them
It's Will Smith.
as they
It's
dad.
starring Will Smith, bro. Starring Will Smith
They
as
need
they
to.
dad, bro. That's raw as hell.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Let me see.
Go
Let me
ahead.
see that.
Click through. That's the same one. That's the same.
Let me
Wait,
see
this
that.
is Shannon? Yes, the Shannon Brown we know.
Well, look, one of these days, my co-host will find a way to drop the pic in the vid so y'all can see too. Probably not today.
Nah, I ain't gonna try to figure it out.
Probably not today. Let me see that.
I'm flying. That's
What?
a bucket eater.
Boy,
Bro, I seen Shannon Brown glass one off the backboard.
That's Shannon Brown.
that boy be eating, mama. they said from Shannon Brown to Hash Brown.
Hey, wrap it up. Hey man, this another episode of Red
This
Nonsense.
all right, y'all.
Hey, it's your boy PGE, man.
JC.
Jay Clark checking out.
All right.
Be breezy.
From Shannon Brown to Hash Brown.